Good afternoon, Cross Timbers, and welcome to the Texan News Scoop, Texan TV Weekly Review News Show. Here we'll look at this week's top news stories on campus, the region, and beyond. My name is Sydney Burns, and it's February 12th, 2016. Here are this week's top stories. In campus news, a Rape Aggression Defense Women's Self-Defense course, also known as RAD, will be offered to the general public. The RAD system teaches defensive concepts and techniques against various types of assaults. Instructors will focus on education awareness, prevention, risk reduction, and how to avoid assaults or rape. In order to participate in this course, participants must be a minimum age of 13 years old and sign up in time. The course will be free of charge and led by Detective Christy Bent and Sergeant Amanda Miller from the Charlton Police Department. There will be 4 sessions available, which will meet on February 24th, 23rd, 29th, and on March 2nd from 6 to 9 p.m. in the foyer of the kinesiology area of the Wisdom Gym. The Stephenville Walmart will be holding a blood drive today for anyone interested in donating blood. There will be a Carter Blood Care bus parked in the parking lot from 3:30 until 5:30 p.m. For more information, you can contact Joe McFarland at 254-592-5695. In state news, according to Texas Senator Royce West, a group of Hispanic and African American students visiting Texas A&M University say they were harassed, taunted, and told by white students that they were not welcome. A statement released on Thursday says that 2 black female high school students touring the university were asked by white female students at A&M if they liked their earrings, which were replicas of the Confederate flag. There are also reports of a larger group of high school students being told to go back to where they came from. Michael K. Young, the university president, said in a statement Wednesday that he was outraged and tremendously disappointed in the behavior of his students and that appropriate action will be taken. The incident is now being reviewed by executive leadership at the university, including Chancellor John Sharp. The National Aerospace Museum has uncovered notes, figures, and other graffiti inside the historic spacecraft that took U.S. astronauts to the moon and back in 1969. The discoveries have allowed them to create a 3D model. This model allows the public to look inside the car-sized Apollo 11 command model and see what was left by its 3 astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Smithsonian 3D program officers elaborate more on this discovery.
Our job really was to document this in such a way that really does the object justice and allows these other people that are so excited about this object to see it in a way that's been obscured for decades.
We are using basically scanners that were developed for many different industries. So our team doesn't really develop scanning technologies, but we will adapt tools designed for the medical industry, architecture, engineering, and we use those tools to collect data and then create a 3D model. Once we have that 3D model, we can deliver that online using our 3D viewer. We also let people download the data. So if you have access to a 3D printer, you're able to download a model of the Apollo Command Module once we launch this in summer 2016. And you'll be able to print it out in schools or in the classroom or in your living room, which we think is really exciting.
I have colleagues and teammates who I work with continuously to answer very, very detailed questions, to pose questions. The opportunity to share with them some of this information and to refine some of the discoveries that we've already made is just the dream of a researcher. People would come all the time and ask, well, can we go in and look at this? And we have to say no, and now we can say yes.
We're trying to speak to the generation that's thinking about going to Mars now, so this is going to be a really high impact tool to get people thinking about that.
In international news, yesterday a brawl between rival drug gangs in an overcrowded prison in northern Mexico left 49 inmates dead and 12 injured. Relatives of several inmates gathered outside the prison and demanded answers from authorities. State Governor Jaime Rodriguez said there were no reported escapes, and the battle, which sent flames billowing into the sky, did not involve guns. Rodriguez also said at a news conference that the fight involved a faction led by a member of the infamous Zetas drug cartel. Terrified relatives gathered at the prison gates, where officials posted the names of the dead as they became known. For more national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Democratic presidential candidates Hillary Clinton and Senator Bernie Sanders sparred in Milwaukee on Thursday night. Topics included immigration reform, institutional racism, and the economy. The World Health Organization says Zika virus vaccines are being worked on, but large-scale trials are at least 18 months away. Mosquitoes carry the Zika virus, which can lead to birth defects if pregnant women get it. Columbus, Ohio police shot and killed a man after they say he stormed into a restaurant and attacked people with a machete. 4 people were injured. And Pope Francis is going to Cuba. While there, he plans to meet the leader of the Russian Orthodox Church. It will be the first meeting between leaders of the two churches since they split almost 1,000 years ago. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
This has been a production of the Texan News Scoop, product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Tune in to Northland Cable Channel 9 on weekdays for Texan TV News, as well as our other programming. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check us out at www.texannews.net. Tune in next Friday for the week's news in review. Today's broadcast was produced by Megan Andrews, Alejandra Arguin, and Rebecca Hernandez. I am Sydney Burns, and have a wonderful weekend, Texans.